Hello everyone, welcome to Learner to Programmer. In this section, we are going to learn about BBC Microbit V2 physical device. As we know that every computer needs different types of inputs and outputs. BBC Microbit has so many different exciting inputs and output devices. As we know that we call it BBC Microbit pocket size computer or mini computer, and let me explain you why we call it in that way. As you can see that here you can fit your BBC Microbit in your palm very easily, and this is the reason it is called mini computer with different advanced features. As we know that BBC Microbit has different inputs. Here you can see that there are two different buttons. They are called button A and button B. To make you understand easily and properly, I have programmed this microbit already. Whenever you press those buttons, some kind of action happens. So when you press button A, it works as on and off switches. Here I am trying to press button A and button B, and you can see that how it works. BBC Microbit has 5 horizontal lines of LEDs and also 5 vertical lines of LEDs as well. So actually there are 5 by 5. It means there are 25 LED lights in the BBC Microbit. BBC Microbit V2 has some advanced features like microphone. So whenever you want to record any sound, you can use inbuilt microphone features from the BBC Microbit V2. Let me show you in the original BBC Microbit. As you can see that there is no any inbuilt microphone. So there wasn't any features like microphone. You couldn't record anything in the BBC Microbit V1. This is the difference. You can see microphone symbol in Microbit V2, which is here, where in the original Microbit there is nothing like that. Again, back to the BBC Microbit V2. BBC Microbit V2 has touch sensor logo. You can see in this golden color. Whenever you touch that logo and some kind of action happens, you can hear the voice as well. In the BBC Microbit V2, there is a ruler kind of features. They are pins. Whenever you want to connect something extra with BBC Microbit V2, like servo motor, serval foil or crocodile clip, whenever you want to create kind of a project or robotics project, you can use those pins. Again, let me repeat all the different features at the front side of BBC Microbit. There are two different buttons, button A, button B, 25 LED light display, inbuilt microphone, touch sensor logo and golden pins. At the other side of BBC Microbit, as you can see that I have connected the battery socket to give the power supply to our BBC Microbit. This button, it works as a reset button or power off mode button. Here this is USB cable. It is exactly the same like our mobile charger. Whenever you want to connect your microbit to computer, you can use this USB cable. It's simple. You connect this USB cable and other side of the cable goes to your computer and you can download your project. This small red LED light indicates that BBC Microbit is connected to the battery socket or power supply. Another LED light which shows you the inbuilt microphone in the Microbit V2. Next is there are so many different features. This one is inbuilt speaker. So in the previous BBC Microbit, you can see that there wasn't a speaker. So we used to use crocodile clips and we used to connect the buzzer to BBC Microbit V1 or original Microbit. Where in the BBC Microbit, they already attached the speaker. So you don't need to connect the buzzer with BBC Microbit. One more thing, BBC Microbit has inbuilt accelerometer. So accelerometer we use normally to sense any kind of motion. Whenever you make the project like Fitbit or whenever you want to count your step, or whenever you dance, you want to count your movements, we use this accelerometer. BBC Microbit has compass feature. Basically it is to check the strength of magnetic field to make the project like to find the directions. Also, BBC Microbit has a temperature sensor. This one basically it's brain of BBC Microbit. and at the same time in that there is a temperature sensor as well. Whenever you want to check how warm or cold environment is, you can use this inbuilt temperature sensor. It is also the same, it's a processor for BBC microbit. Basically it is a brain of microbit. In the desktop there is a CPU, it's called central processing unit. It works as a processing device. So BBC microbit also got brain as well, which is called processor. Now BBC microbit has very nice features which is called Bluetooth radio signal. In original BBC microbit there was a Bluetooth and antenna, but you couldn't see it properly. Let me show you. In original microbit it was hardly you can see the antenna. As you can see that this part is radio signal antenna, but in microbit V2 they made it more visible and you can see that those antennas in golden color, and they increase the strength of the Bluetooth signal as well. Whenever you want to communicate between two different microbits or more than two microbits, you can use this Bluetooth radio signal features. BBC microbit has one more LED light here, where I will explain you that in future. Whenever you connect USB cable to computer, when you download the project, the small LED light always blink, which we will learn, or I will show you again when we will do the programming. Let me again explain you all the different features of the BBC microbit in case if you miss something. There is a battery socket to give power supply to our BBC microbit. This one is the reset or power off mode button. USB cable connector, LED indicator to explain you that your BBC microbit is connected to the battery socket or power supply. Inbuilt microphone, speaker, accelerometer sensor or motion sensor, magnetometer, some golden pins, also temperature sensor, and this is the processor, Bluetooth antenna signal. And at the front side again there are two different buttons, button A, button B. Inbuilt microphone to record any sound, touch sense logo, 25 brilliant LED light displays, and 25 also golden pins as well. So I hope you understood everything. Thank you so much for joining this session. See you soon. Take